Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. In Kathopanishad, there is one mantra which tells Indriyebhya parahyartha arthebhyascha param manaha manasastu para buddhi buddheratma mahan paraha mahataha param avyaktam avyaktat purushaparaha purushanna param kinchit sa kashtha sa paragati. This mantra tells that the sense organs are superior, subtler and nearer than the sense objects. See, you are away from me, but I am seeing you by my eyes. Eyes are nearer to me. First step. So, the second step is, in comparison to the sense organs, the mind is nearer. Then, in comparison to the mind, the individual intellect is nearer. Mind, we only experience joys and sorrows. Intellect, we are deciding whether it is good or bad. So intellect is nearer than the mind. Nearer than the individual intellect is the total intellect. See, our individuality is influenced by the totality. Like, the Westerners, when they come to India and they see the type of Indian clothes around, so the colored one, then the ladies' clothes. So that influences their mind, and then they want to buy those things and put on. So more than the individual intellect, the total intellect is closer to the self. And more than the total intellect is the avyakta, the infinite potentiality which is manifesting this world. And avyaktat purushaparaha, whose potentiality? It is the divine potentiality, the supreme reality. See? So the supreme reality is the nearest than the nearer to us. And then the Upanishad says, Purushanna param kinchit. Beyond this absolute reality, there is nothing more. This is the ultimate. This is the meaning of the soul. See? Therefore, when we talk about soul, what do we understand? As there is a soul per shoe, separate, in the same manner, is there a soul per body separate? See, what do we mean by soul? Let the soul rest in peace. If not, then rust in peace. One of the two. See, friends. Therefore, to understand this complete thing, we have to have a clear picture. Normally what happens, one small story I'll tell you. Swami Vivekananda, he was in Chicago more than 100 years before. And after his talk was over, there was one medical doctor, American, and he said, "Hey Swami, you told something awesome. Can you teach me that knowledge?" So, before that great master could say, this doctor said, but I am in a hurry, please tell quickly, because my 1 hour of practice gives me $10,000. I can't waste time. Tell me quickly. So the great master said, see, you have already wasted 5 minutes. So only 55 minutes are left. So you want this knowledge in a fraction of moment, but in America there is nothing like free dinner. So you have to give me your knowledge, so I can also earn $10,000 an hour. So let us exchange this knowledge. You give me your knowledge of medicine so that I can earn, and I give you my knowledge so that you can be at peace. So let us exchange. So 27 and a half minutes, you give me your knowledge, and 27 and a half minutes, I give you the divine knowledge. He said, come on, it's not possible. The first degree itself took, say, 27 and a half years of my life. Then another 27 and a half years I have spent in killing the people. Now I am able to earn that much money, and you want it overnight, just in fact 27 and a half minutes. So when it comes to the worldly knowledge, we appreciate that it takes a lot of time. But when it comes to study the self, to know the reality, we just read some all cheaply available English translations of the books and imagine that we know the truth. See, there was one person came from USA, NRI, and he said, Swamiji, I am doing same job as you are doing. I said, I am not doing a job, I am not paid for it. I don't do a job. I got a total freedom. See? I am not employed by anybody. Now whatever it is, I said, no, it is not whatever, it is the truth. No, I am also, having my store wherein I have various things like, the idols of Ganesha, Krishna, and I sell it to the Americans, because they don't know anything. I teach them what is the meaning of Ganesha, what is the meaning of this thing, that thing. Spirituality. See? Therefore, friends, please remember, spiritual life cannot be attained overnight by English translations. Upanishad very clearly tells that Vijnanartham Gurumeva Vigachet Samitpani Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. Go to the teacher, study, learn slowly and steadily. Anything which is overnight grown like a mushroom, last evening you go for a walk, there is nothing. Next day morning you go, there is a mushroom, coming over there. Overnight. And that the mushroom is so strong that if a fly sits, it collapses. But if you want a strong tree, like an oak tree, it takes years together. See, friends. Therefore, those who are thinking of shortcuts in spirituality, they are cut short. They can never attain the truth. So, the soul and beyond. To know this, we have to go systematically, steadily. And we will take the support of one of the most beautiful Upanishad called as Prashnopanishad. Prashnopanishad is the Upanishad where there are, Prashna means question. Questionopanishad. Let us put it this way. There are 6 questions, and these 6 questions will deal with exhaustively what do we mean by the word soul, what is this world, where do we go after death, and who goes. See, all these questions are analyzed. And then we come to know what is the meaning of the soul and beyond. This Upanishad comes from the Atharva Veda, and like the tradition in every Upanishad, we read the Upanishad by invocation of the peace within and peace without. An agitated, frustrated, depressed, dejected, unhealthy mind is not qualified for study of Upanishad. Like a mental person cannot sit for meditation. Like a person with lots of physical ailments cannot go for running. In the same manner, assuming that we fall in that category, that we have no worldly problems, we have no mental problems, we have no physical problems, we have no complaints about the world. Now we have come to a point, want to know what is the soul and beyond. To such a student, this Upanishad is addressed. Om Bhadram Karnebi Shrunuyama Devaha Bhadram Pashyemaksha Bhrijajatraha Stirairangaistuštuvagam Sastanobihi Veshema Devahitam Yadayuh Swasti na Indro Vruddashravaha Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaha Swasti na Starksho Arishtanemihi Swasti no Bruhaspatihi Dadhatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So, first preparation to know the truth. Bhadram Karnebi Shruyama Devaha. Let us hear auspicious by our ears. How can we hear auspicious when others are abusing? Suppose somebody tells us, you are dumb fool on the first order. Oh, how auspicious it is. See? How can we hear auspicious? So hearing auspicious means take out a positive meaning and learn from even the condemnation. See, one example I'll give you. In one of the children's camp many years before, here only in Lonavala in the Kdham, I was talking to the kids, age group 9 to 12. They were small kids, you are old kids. Because we are all kidding. Where are we serious to study and go deep into the truth? So, just to tell them this principle, what I did, when I came for the lecture, I put the chandan instead of in the center, I put it here. And I came. And when I said, the children are open-minded, pure, so they started. So I said, hey, come on, don't laugh. Here we are for studies. And again somebody, they couldn't hold it because it looks such a cartoon, the chandan instead of center, it is somewhere here. I said, come on, tell me, why are you laughing? I will also laugh with you. So they all bursted out, ha 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 ha. So what happened? Then one student said, Swamiji, you have put your chandan here, you look like a cartoon. Be attentive. When somebody calls me, you look like a cartoon, is it good or bad? It is bad. But if I take a positive meaning out of it, when somebody points out our faults, they are our friend's friend. They are not our enemies. But do we like that? This is the meaning. Bhadram Karnebi Shrunuyama Deva. If we take the ordinary English translation, you won't get this thing anywhere. See, in Upanishad it is very clearly mentioned that Shravan Manan Nididhyasanam, you have to listen from the mouth of the teacher. Then only the theme becomes clear. Because somebody knows English language, therefore I will learn computer without going to the teacher. He will go for a mouse trap to find out where is the mouse. Because in the computer also there is a mouse, and in English language also there is a mouse. So which mouse you will take? English mouse or computer mouse? And then you have to curse. Computer is a cursing science, because you require a cursor. See, therefore, knowing language doesn't mean we can know the subject. Is totally different thing. So, bhadram karnebi shrunuyama deva, bhadram pashemakshbhirya jatraha, O worthy of worship, let us see auspiciousness by our eyes. Meaning, let us not find out faults. See something positive, something good in everything and being. See, friends, it is our natural state that we find out faults of everybody, including God. Oh God, why did you create such a terrible world? Arre? Because we don't see what is. We have decided to see the ugliness in this world. In the same manner, now try to see something positive. See, friends, madram pashemakcha virya. Then sthirairangai stuštuvagam sastanubhi vashema deva hitam yadayuhu. Now whatever life is given to us, what for that life is? See, the teacher says, may we serve the world. And to serve the world, what we require is a healthy body, healthy mind. A person with a spondylosis cannot help somebody. Somebody has, his papad has fallen down and he is an old man, he can't get. And then you want to help, but you have got also spondylosis through the belt here and there. How can you help? See? So, our health must be only for serving the society, not doing the terrorism action. See, friends. Therefore, sthirairangai tuštuvagam sastanuvihi vashema deva hitam yadayuhu. So whatever life we have, it is the only purpose that we serve him through many ways. And thereafter, swastina indro vruddha. So for that, may Indra, the Lord of hands, bless us. Meaning, may we be self-sufficient. Work hard. Don't expect doles from the government. See, in any government where the welfare state they call it, giving money without doing anything. There are many countries wherein it happened somewhere. I asked that person, I said, hey, what are you doing? Oh, I get money from government, I don't do anything. I said, why don't you do? He said, the amount I get from the government is more than if I work. See, this is how we are destroying the societies after societies. Therefore, may we be blessed with the attitude that we should not accept anything free, work hard, and then accept it. No charity. Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha. May the Lord Sun keep us healthy. And that is possible only if we begin our day early in the morning before the sunrise. True. But our day starts very early in the morning at 10 o'clock. Lazy fellows. And this laziness is called as prosperity. See? Nights are meant for sleeping and day is meant for working. But these nishacharas, nishachar means the devils, they work at night. The whole day they will be sleeping. Therefore, let us honor the natural state, day for working, night for rest. And therefore, let us begin our day early in the morning. Swastina starksho arishtanemihi. All the arishta, all the problems of our life are born out of misunderstanding. If there is no understanding, there is no problem. See, if you do not know, like one day it happened. I was sitting for my lecture and one small girl came up there and she said, Swamiji, there is a spider on your beard. Should I remove? I said, remove but don't pull. It is not a wig. Okay, it's original. So she took away. Now, The question is, when the spider has come and I don't know, no problem. Therefore, ignorance is bliss. Like, many people, they happen to go, one of my friend, he took his wife for medical checkup. And she was having many serious things. And he sat there and read, if you are 50 plus, you should do a medical checkup. He said, yes, I am a 50 plus, let me also do till she is done. So he got himself checked. And his case was so serious that before the wife he was to be operated. When he was not knowing, no problem. The moment you know, problems begin. And the worst problem is when we misunderstand rather than understand. Therefore, Tarksha means the scriptures. May the study of scriptures remove our wrong notions about ourselves, about the world, about God and about spiritual practice. We are carrying a burden of so-called our wisdom. For spirituality means earning more money in the world. For spirituality means having divine powers. I touch somebody and his headache is gone and it has come to you. That is not the thing. So what is the meaning of spiritual practice? Then swasti no brahaspatihi dadhatu. And for studying the scriptures, we have to go to the teacher who is well qualified in the subject matter, who has studied with a proper tradition, who is living that life 24/7. He alone can help us. If anything is to be done in this world, such a person will use us. He cannot help us. See, friends, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let there be peace in the world that we experience, in the experiences of the world that we have, and the experiencer that we become with every experience. Let there be peace in and through our total life. With this preparation, now we are entering in a kitchen to prepare a soul curry. See? This Upanishad begins with a nice story. Om Sukesha cha Bharadvajaha Shaibhyascha Satyakamaha Sauryayani cha Gargyaha Kausalyascha Shvalayana Bhargavo Vaidarvihi Kabandhi Katyayanaha Haite Brahmapara Brahmanishta Param Brahmanveshamanaha Esha Havai Tat Sarvam Vakshati Teha Samitpaneha Bhagavantam Pippaladam Upasannaha. There were 6 students. Their names are given. And these 6 students, they were Brahmanistha Brahmaparaha. They were, wanting to know the ultimate truth in life. See, friends, if we go somewhere and we want, I want to know what is happening here. So they don't want the truth. They must be a reporter, so that they can publish some rubbish and get the payment for that. Brahmaparaha, they are wanting to know the truth and nothing less. Brahmanistha. Like, there are words. Yoganistha. Yoganistha means those who practice their yogic practices every day. They'll be getting up in the morning, they will do all the asanas, 20, 30 of them. And thereafter they'll be doing the pranayam. You see, one of my friend, he is a yoga teacher. And normally the yoga teacher themselves, they never do any yogasana. They only tell others. Only during the course they have done it. Afterwards they never do it. They only tell others. But this friend of mine, he is a regular student. He himself does every day all the asanas. I ask him, I said, hey, how come you do it? No teachers do it. They tell others what to do and they suffer silently. So they say, no, Swamiji, I like it because when I do it myself, I feel fresh. So he is Yoganistha. Second is Japanistha. Japanistha means he who is committed to his chanting the Lord's name. They have got certain rules and regulations. So many times I have to chant Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Japanistha. Karmanistha, they are extremely committed to the job that they have taken in their hand, karmanishta. Similarly, there is brahmanishta. They do not want anything short of the truth. Truth only, nothing else. Now such seeker, sincere seeker, they were wanting to know the truth, and therefore they approached the great teacher of their time called as Pippalada Muni. And after having reached, they had this conviction that he is the teacher, he knows, and he will teach us. Friends, be attentive. That teacher for whom we have no respect and reverence, we never learn from that teacher. It is a basic principle of life. See, I remember we used to have a teacher in the school days, and he was teaching Sanskrit, and he was my enemy. In every class he will punish me. Now the teacher can't punish the students, but that time he used to get a lot of punishment. And punishment was very funny. He'll ask me to go towards the wall, face the wall, and go ahead. I say, I can't go, I can't move the wall. Okay, then spread your hands like Jesus facing the wall. And I had to stand there for 35 minutes like that. The class used to be 35 minutes. And in my heart I have taken a vow, I will never learn Sanskrit. Because I never used to like that teacher. So if we want to learn, here, Bhagavantam Pippaladam Upasannaha, they approach in a proper manner to the teacher and respecting the teacher as God himself. See, friends, then only we can receive the knowledge. If we have this notion, let me see how much he knows, you can never learn. See, there are different types of listeners. One type of listeners are those who come to evaluate. They are the examiners. They don't want to learn, they want to examine. The second type of listeners are those because there is a comfortable seat and nice AC and nobody to disturb, so they can come and sleep comfortably. So they come for the lecture, the second type of ones. The third type of one they come for, they will be knowing the things, prepare their notes so that they can bluff the same thing in their lecture. See, friends, one day one of the students, he asked me, Swamiji, you tell so many stories and jokes, do you have any book compilation so that I can use it somewhere? They are not the seekers of truth. They are wanting to market, get the stuff from China for 1 rupee and sell it for 100 rupees. See, friends, therefore, the seeker of truth is totally different. Brahmanishtaha. So, Bhagavantam Pippaladam Upasannaha. They approach properly. Upasannaha means they approach properly with all humility, sincerity, commitment. And told that kindly instruct us in the Brahmadhyanam. What is the absolute reality? तान्ह स ऋषिर्वाच भूय एव तपसा ब्रह्मचर्येण श्रद्धया संवत्सरं संवत्सत यथा कामं पृच्छान् प्रश्नान् पृच्छत यदि विज्ञास्यामः सर्वं हवो वक्ष्यामः इति. To those 6 students, the teacher Pippalad, he said, okay, you have come, very good, welcome. It's not, when are you going back? This is a typical Pune tradition. In Pune, when you go to somebody's house, they will never ask you, we like to have a cup of tea, we like to have a glass of water, have you taken food, please sit. When you go in anybody's house in Pune, when they open the door, that time they keep a cap in their head. And when it is unwanted guest, see, I was just going out, so go away. Forget about asking. So here, the teacher said, welcome. What can I do for you? Sir, we want to know the truth, we are come to study. Other than this, we have no other purpose. Absolutely no purpose. This is the thing we want to know. So the teacher says, very well. Now, when you have come here, now stay here for at least 1 year. And during that 1 year, the teacher tells that tapasa, brahmacharyena, shraddhaya, 3 things. Observe strict austerities. Tapasa. We have not come here for comfort zone. See, friends. Tapasya is accepting the difficulties cheerfully and not getting the mind disturbed because of the difficulties. See? Our spirituality is a 5-star spirituality. AC, UC, DC, IC. All kinds of comfort from all the sides. And if while you are taking bath the light goes, immediately we become angry and frustrated. And with that anger and frustrated we sit for meditation. Why the water was not there? Meditation. See, friends, tapasya, austerities are nothing but invited problems. You invite the problems. And after the problems come, don't suffer. See, friends, if you say that I am a very good driver, but I can drive only on the open football grounds, then what is greatness? You can't find out a tree there to make an accident. But you are a real driver if you are able to drive in Bombay without committing an accident. Then you are a real driver. See, friends, in the same manner, if we are at peace under all conditions, then we are qualified. This is the purpose of tapasya. Austerities are meant for 2 things. One thing is, we are dependent on so many things and beings around us. Discover independence. No things and beings can ever disturb us. First principle. The second principle is the self-confidence that we lack. I don't think I can do that. It's very difficult. Sanskrit is very difficult. I can't. There was one lady from Australia. I really love her. She's such an elderly one. She must be around now. When she came here to study, that time she was 72. So she must be now 82, 83. So when she came here to study, she didn't know one word of Sanskrit. She didn't know even how to write alphabets and all that. So I said, Mama, you don't worry about studying Sanskrit. She said, no, Swamiji, I'll sit in the class. In room I will not sit. And you tell me, I'll try to do that. And in a period of 6 months, she by-hearted all the alphabets, such beautiful handwriting, and she was able to read Bhagavad Gita original. See? Normally we say, oh, it is very difficult for me, I cannot. I will go directly for English translation. See, friends, because we lack confidence, we can, we must, we should. Then only the truth is revealed. See? So, tapasya, austerities are practiced to discover these 2 things. Our dependence is 0 and our self-confidence is perfect. We can achieve it. See? Tapasa. Then, second thing, brahmacharyena. Brahmacharya means 2 things. Number 1, absolute celibacy. No question of indulgence of any kind. See, friends, celibacy is most important spiritual practice. Without celibacy, we can never be self-oriented. We remain only self-centered. Brahmacharyena. And the second meaning of brahmacharya is, we are not interested in any topic except the truth. No other topic interests our mind. The world has always been like this. There is nothing new in this world. The same thing again and again and again. Brahmacharyena. And then Shraddhaya, the third thing. Shraddhaya. Shraddha means what is said in the Upanishad, what is taught by the teacher, how this is true and possible, that I also can attain that. That positive approach of the intellect is called Shraddha or faith. Shraddha means faith. But faith doesn't carry the depth of the word Shraddha. Yaya vastupalabhyate. Shankaracharya Bhagavan says, it is by faith only the truth is revealed. See, we begin with the blind faith and we end up in the wisdom. If we begin with the blind faith and end up in killing others, then it is not faith. It is filthy. See, friends. Therefore, tapasa brahmacharyena shraddhaya samvatsaram samvatsata. Live here in our ashram for 1 year, following these 3 things strictly. See, we go to the teacher and we evaluate the teacher. How is the teacher, very deep or not, and all that. But the teachers also are observing us. They have got their CCTV vision everywhere. What goes in the mind of the student, the teacher can very easily find out. And depending on that only the thoughts come out. See, friends, therefore, live here for 1 year and thereafter you may ask whatever you want to ask. Before that, don't ask any question. First of all, prepare yourself. So these are the 3 preparations. For 1 year you stay, you also observe me, evaluate me. I am also observing and evaluating you, how disciplined you are, how committed you are, how silent you are, how undisturbed you are. You also see me, I'll also see you. After 1 year, we'll decide whether to get married or not. Therefore, yatha kamam prashnan pruchata. Thereafter, you may ask me whatever questions are and see how great humility of the teacher. Yadi vidnyasyamaha sarvam. If I know the answers to your questions, I may tell you. It's not I will tell you, I know everything. No. See? So, if we know, we shall tell you. And he doesn't say, if I know, he says, we know. Be attentive. No guru who has studied traditionally, systematically, uses the first person singular. He never uses that. We means what? What I learned from my teacher, what my teacher learned from his teacher, what his teacher learned from his teacher. So what we are talking is not my opinion, it is not my knowledge, it is not my wisdom. This I have inherited through a chain of the Guru Shishya Parampara. See, friends. Therefore, if we know, we shall try to tell you. After this was done, now the students were prepared. After 1 year, the first student asked, Atha kabandi katyayanaha upetya papracha bhagavan kuto vahava ima praja prajayanta iti. Now the first student, Kabandhi, the son of Katyayana, he approached the teacher after 1 year and papracha, and he has clearly and distinctly asked this question, papracha. Many times, we do not know what we want to ask. We keep on mincing the words because we are not clear where is the problem. If we are clear about the things, vocabulary will never be a problem. If we are confused, then vocabulary becomes a problem. So, Kabandhi Katyayanaha he asked the teacher. What did he ask? Bhagavan, O Lord. See, every time this is being mentioned. In Upanishad, Shvetashvatara Upanishad, there is one mantra at the end of the Upanishad. Ganesh, keep it there only. Wahan rakh do. So, Yasya deve para bhakti yatha deve tatha gurau tasyaite kathita hyartha prakashante mahatmanaha. It is said, he who has equal devotion, dedication to the God and the Guru, to him the mantras reveal their meaning. How important it is. So here the student, Kabandhi, he goes and asks, Hey Bhagavan, Kuto Havai Ma Praja Prajayante iti. Where from this world has come? Who has created this world? First question. Now to this question the teacher answers. Tasmai sahovacha praja kamo vai prajapatihi sa tapodapyata sa tapastaptva sa mithunam utpadayate raim cha pranam cha iti etau me bahudha praja karishyata iti. Now to that sincere student the teacher replied. He said, Prajapatihi, the creator of this world, because what is your question? Who created this world? How this world came into existence? So you accept that this world is a creation, okay? Yes. So the creator must be there. We attended, it's a very subtle topic. In any creation, we require a minimum three things. One is the material cause, like suppose we have to prepare a clay pot. So we require clay. Then the clay itself will not get modified into pot. We require a pot maker. And a pot maker with the help of the clay, then he will require the instruments. So if the wheel is there, the wheel will be moving and the clay is put over there and the wheel moves very fast and on that, out of the clay, a nice pot is brought out. So first is the material cause, second is the efficient cause, and third is the instrumental cause. Now out of these three, two are absolutely essential. One is the material and second is efficient. Instrument is not there, one can manage with the hands, etc. Hands itself become the instrument. But without these two, no creation is possible. So, when you look at the world and you say, who created this world? You have yourself accepted that the world is created, therefore there must be a creator. See, Prajapati. If you don't ask this question, there is no problem. See, be attentive. This is how our mind starts spinning us. We look at the event and we call it as an effect. And then we want to know the cause. See, why that plane has fallen down? It was an event. We called it effect. Then we find out the cause. Because there was no fuel left. Therefore it fell down. Now we touch the fire. We get our hand burnt. Has anybody ever asked why the fire is hot? See? We ask the question, who has created this world? Where from the world has come? So you have yourself said, there is the creator, okay. The creator is called as Prajapati. Prajapati, Pati is the husband, Praja is the kids. So the whole world is created by the husband. But husband himself alone cannot create. He requires wife also. Because wife also alone cannot create children. So there has to be two, husband and wife. So the teacher says, Sa tapo tapyata. So this creator started contemplation. If I have to create the world, then his tapasya, his austerities were, be attentive. If somebody is standing on two legs comfortably, we don't call it as austerities. If somebody is standing on one leg, other leg tied down with a rope and standing on one leg, what? Oh, he is a great yogi, austerities. You must have seen, Incredible India, various posters, and in all those posters the most dumb things are shown. On the cliff, there is one useless girl standing with the one leg on the ground, one leg folded here on her knee and doing like this and looking at the sun. Incredible India. In India, nobody does that. See? I was somewhere in, I think, LA. So in one yoga studio, I go for lecture. So that lady, she asked me this question. Hamidi, how lucky you are? I said, thank you very much. I don't ask questions. Why unnecessarily ask? Because, you are from India and you know yoga and all Indians. I said, look here, if you want to know this, in India, not even 0.0000001% people practice yoga. Nobody practices yoga. See? In India, the basic is devotion. They are more devoted. Because when you practice devotion, you rise above the body level. And in the devotion, they have got strict rules. In the winter, they will be taking the cold water bath. And then they will be observing fast. Ekadashi, Dwadashi, Trayadashi. And they will be having strict diet control. See, they will be using a simple wooden floor for sleeping. They will be chanting the Lord's name. Nobody does yogasana in India. Oh, I thought all Indians, but I say no, that is only for advertisement. Incredible India. See, friends. Therefore here, the teacher tapo tapyata. So what will be the tapasya? What will be the austerities of the Lord? Be attentive. The austerities of the Lord is contemplation. He contemplated upon. And thereafter, tapas taptva, then he came to this conclusion, mithunam utpadayate. Creation means expansion. Out of the rice starts expanding. Then idli, then your uttapa, then this dosha. Out of one rice, how many things come out? Out of one milk, how many things come out? First of all, they'll be spoiling the milk and call it as a paneer. See? So many things. So creation means expansion. So what will be the expansion of one? One should become two, two should become four, four should become 16, 16 should become 16 to 16 to 56, and in this manner go on expanding. So the teacher, Mithunam Utpadayate, he created a pair. Mithunam is a pair. And what is that pair? That pair is Raim cha Pranam cha iti etau me bahuda praja karishyate iti. So he created two things. One is, be attentive, matter and consciousness. See? Be attentive. In deep sleep, there is no sense of otherness. The moment we are identified with the matter, Rai, and I who knows the matter, I who is residing in this body, I who is expressing through this body is matter and consciousness or prana. These are technical terms. So, the absolute dichotomized into matter and consciousness. Consciousness is not the reality. You will get a shock. All your life, consciousness is completely gone. Consciousness is against the inertness. Wherever there is otherness, the world is created. So, Raim cha pranam chiti etau. So the Lord created means He Himself got divided into the two. Now how He got divided, this question we never ask. When we study the mitosis, the cell division, in the cell division, what happens? That the chromosomes, they get cleavage lengthwise, and then the spindle formation, then the centrioles throw the rays, and then the chromosomes are pulled apart, and in this manner, 23 chromosomes, they become 46, and then again pulled, and they go separately in two cells. And this is how the germination seeds are formed. There we don't ask the question. How it happened? It happened. There is no how. Don't howl at the world. It is like that. See? So the God created these two, Raimcha Pranamcha, the consciousness and matter. And then He said, now these two will create the world. I don't have to worry now. See, wherever there is two, there is samsara. See how simple it is. When there is no two, you are happy. I, man, I, husband, two, miseries begin. I, woman, I, wife, two, miseries begin. So when out of one, more than one happens, samsara is created. So Paramatma, the non-dual absolute reality, as if created these two, the consciousness and the matter, the pranam and rai, and knew that now they will procreate and they will become many, Adam and Eve. See? So, in which place I saw? Bombay probably. Very beautiful board of a hair cutting salon, and the board is designed so beautifully. In between there is apple, and the apple is cut in such a manner, this side it looks like a girl, this side it looks like a boy, and in between big apple, and the name of the cutting salon is Adam and Eve, because when the apple came in between, then only the hairstyle became a problem. If you are only one, who cares what hairstyle it is? But when we go out of our house, the moment two happens, the world is created. Now, what are the two? Here are a number of pairs told. Be very attentive. Very beautiful topic. Say, Aditya havai pranaha rayireva chandrama rayirva etat sarvam yanmurtam cha tasman murtireva rayi. So, the sun is the consciousness and the moon is the matter. See? First pair in this world. Sun is the consciousness and moon is the matter. Moon doesn't have its own light. It's only the reflected light. Sun has its own light. The moon is dependent on the sun for its light. But the sun is self-effulgent. So the two aspects, consciousness and matter. Consciousness, when expresses through matter, that expression is called as soul. Consciousness is not soul. See? Sun expressing through the medium of moon gives moonlight. That moonlight indicates the moon. If there is no reflection of the sunlight on the moon, moon cannot be seen. So the light on the moon is like the soul. So, Adityo havai pranaha raireva chandrama rairva eta sarvam. Now what is the matter? Matter is yan murtam cha murtam cha. Matter is with form, without form. Manifest, unmanifest. Gross, subtle. See. Matter has got many shapes. Consciousness has no shape. Bodies have got many shapes. Life has no shape. See? Bodies go on modifying. First the body is small, then the body is growing up vertically, then the body goes horizontally. The body becomes old. One day the body dies. But in and through all the modifications of the body, the consciousness continues to be as it is. So, whatever is the name and the form, that is matter. So, if we are to go beyond the matter, what he has to do? Give up the name and the form. This is the meaning of the sannyas. Sannyas is not only changing the clothes color. There is only makeup sannyas, tailor-made sannyas. See? Like in one tailor shop I read, it was written there, God created man, we create gentleman. Very true. So, only changing the color of the cloth doesn't make anybody a sannyasi. It is only a tailor-made sannyasi. See? Therefore, who is a sannyasi? He who drops his total past, and total past is in two ways, name and the form. See. Therefore, the name is changed. Earlier name may be anything. After the sannyas, the earlier identity is erased completely. No more mention even once. That is sannyas. In sannyas, we perform our rites. The death rites are performed. So for all practical purposes, a sannyasi is a dead person. He is no more living. So, the name is completely gone and also the form is changed. Therefore, sannyasi is always dressed in a weird manner. See? So, we have to rise above the matter and come to the consciousness. Now, how this sun is the prana or the consciousness? Atha aditya udayan yat pratīchim disham pravishati tena prachan pranan rashmishu sannidhatte yad dakshinam yat pratichi yad udichi yadodhatte urdhvam yadantaradisho yat sarvam prakashayati tena sarvan pranan rashmishu sannidhatte. Now, how do we say that the sun is the consciousness? Because when the sun rises in the east, in the west, in the south, in the north, then the life starts becoming activated in that area. See, when it is night, everybody is sleeping. See, I was there recently, and in the morning at about 4 o'clock, as usual, when I woke up, I just opened my eyes and I was just going to get out of my bed, and I started hearing hundreds of birds start saying, caw, 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 caw. So I asked my person, hey, what happened? He said, Swamiji, like you, they also wake up early in the morning. And the first thing the birds do, they will make the noise, because they must have sense, now the sun is going to rise, immediately the life becomes enlivened in those birds. So, when the sun rises, life becomes manifest all over the world, and therefore the sun is the consciousness or the prana, and everything which was appearing inert becomes enlivened. Ya esha vaishvanaroho vishvarupaha pranaha agnirudete tadetat rucha abhyuktam. Now this prana, this consciousness, this sun, when this sun is illuminating the world all the things become enlivened, because thereafter only the life starts throbbing. Before that, we were nobody, we were nowhere, we had nothing to do, we had no possessions, we had no relations. The moment the light of sun, the consciousness, becomes manifesting the whole world of relations and possessions, it becomes real for us. Vishwarupam harinam jatavedasam parayanam jyotirekam tapantam sahasrashmihi shatadha vartamanaha pranaha prajanam esha suryaha udayati. So, this sun is the one which is supporting the total life with the rays, is full of knowledge. He is the support of everything in this world, self-effulgent, non-dual, and the rising sun we salute. So, where from the world comes, where from the creation comes, it comes from the sun. So, begin your day by observing and offering your prayers to the Lord Sun. In all other cases, we can find out an excuse. Actually, I wanted to do the japa, but my mat is not the yoga mat. How can I do the japa? Forget about it. But you can't say, hey, I got up, but there was no sun anywhere, So I think wherever you go, sun will be there. You can't find an excuse. In this manner, the sun alone becomes manifest in the form of life. This was one pair of matter and consciousness. Thereafter another pair is there, what is called as the principle of time. Now how this principle of time is the two principles, matter and consciousness, and how it plays havoc in creating the world, this topic we should take in our next class. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.